Olivia Plath. Let's get a little update on Olivia. Shout out to all of my followers and subscribers who commented that they would like me to keep giving updates on Olivia, because for the past few months, she has been doing some talking, okay? Now, while the census is out, the reaction, the feedback is kind of half and half. I'm so confused because this young lady seems to be speaking a genuine truth, her story. She's telling her story. But there's so many people out there that's like, well, shame on her. She should be quiet. She's a liar and all this. And I'm like, why are y'all calling people liars who are literally just talking about some claims of abuse? Seems to be really heated, the people that are like, she needs to be quiet. I'm over here like, well, who are you to tell somebody you allegedly don't know to be quiet when they're talking about some serious allegations? Now, we're going to get all into it and play some of her videos because I do believe in sharing someone's truth and giving them a platform. And I want to point out, no, I do not agree with her political views whatsoever. I do not agree with a lot of her train of thoughts, a lot of her reasoning behind things, a lot of her things she says about religion and Christians as a Christian woman who believes in God. I don't agree with things she says there. But that still don't take away from the claims that she's making against this family that is a famous family on TLC, and this seems to be a pattern. You ever heard where there's smoke, there's fire?
And the Duggars, if that had happened, it would have been covered up because they still wanted to protect this fundamental image. But then when everything happened with the oldest Duggar sons, when all of that came out and TLC's reputation was suffering for knowing and covering that up, I think that's why with Plathville, they fully leaned into all of that and kind of highlighted that drama instead of covering it up. But they still covered up the beliefs underneath everything. And so when the show started out, I didn't see a problem with that. I didn't see a problem with not bringing up politics. And as time went on, throughout the years that the show was airing, I was starting to deconstruct my personal life and coming to very different conclusions on politics and religion. And that is the point when I started hitting friction with the network because I realized that I was censored. And especially in getting divorced, all of the conversations surrounding getting divorced, we just tiptoed around the issue. Like, we couldn't say on camera, it's because he was red-pilled and is a Christian nationalist and believes in all these things. And I don't. I believe in human rights. I believe in my own autonomy as a woman. Like, we couldn't say these things, and it all had to be packaged differently. So where I am now, I'm just kind of like, wow, yeah, TLC really covers up a lot and repackages it as entertainment. And I completely understand people who would scroll past the show and not watch, because in the tagline marketing descriptor for the show, is it not a family of blonde hair, blue eyes?
Now, when I done a video, my first video talking about this and giving my reaction and commentary on it, I did notice a lot of comments from people who seemed very angry. And I don't personally know why they were angry at Olivia, but they seem very angry. You can go read them for yourselves. Talking about her lying and, she basically needs to be quiet. I can imagine the hate and negative messages and comments that Olivia gets. But she talks about it here. Take a listen.
It's so interesting to me that every time I talk about my childhood publicly, and it's not overwhelmingly glowing and positive, these are the comments that I get. The ironic thing is that these people probably started following me because they saw me on a TV show that highlighted a religious, highly controlling family in that environment. And what happens to the kids when they grow up? Do they stay? Do they leave? What's the fallout? What are the ramifications? How does it affect their life as an adult? And if you watched even a snippet of the show, you would see that I was one of those kids that did not work for me. I just wanted to march the beat of my own drum. I wanted to be my own person. I did not want to conform and become a clone in this highly controlling religious family or environment. So to watch that and then come over here and follow me and then tell me that I need to shut up about my childhood and not talk about it anymore, when my childhood directly informs my adult life now. It informs what I know and what I don't know, what I experienced, what I didn't experience, what I am unlearning, things that I am pursuing in my life now, things that I'm not pursuing. My childhood directly informs all of that because of what it was like. And it's also, it's extra audacious to tell me that there was never any abuse when, first of all, you didn't grow up in the home I grew up in. Second, if you want to tell me that there is not a direct correlation to high control religious environments and abuse, I don't know what to tell you, because there was abuse in the home I grew up in, and I know that's such a shocker, but those things go hand in hand. It's hard to find one without the other. The other thing is, I'm sure that these people talk about their childhood. They talk about their memories. They talk about what they liked, what they didn't like, what they loved, what they didn't love. And the only reason why they don't want me to talk about mine is because it challenges a narrative that they have. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these people probably voted pretty conservatively because they're pro-religion and they believe in the unification of church and state, which goes against their founding fathers, but that's a conversation for a different day. They don't see a problem with how I was raised because they are pro-religion and pro-control, as shown by the current administration. And they don't want me talking about it because it challenges a narrative that they have, that that's not okay, that children are not property to just be molded into what you want them to be. They're born their own person and they get to become their own person. And as a parent, your job is to guide them and get them there. It's not just to put a roof over their head. It's not just to feed them food. That's the bare minimum that you do when you have a kid. And if you're not willing to do that, don't fucking have a kid. I'd also wager that these are people who, voting conservatively, would want to quote all the amendments to me and harp on free speech. Just not free speech if it challenges their agenda and their narrative that they want to push on other people. The more that I'm told not to talk about my childhood, the more that I'm going to, because it highlights the disparity of information. It honestly highlights ignorance that a lot of people have surrounding growing up in a cult.
I think Olivia is just trying to find her own, and she's been through a lot, clearly. Clearly, she's been through a lot. I mean, I feel sorry for her. She's just out here trying to find her voice, trying to find her way. And this is not all she's doing. So chill with she's just trying to be famous off their name. Because if you go look at her social media, she's trying to be a successful wedding planner, photographer, something to do with weddings. And from the looks of it, she seems to be very talented and very successful. So kudos to her for going for her dreams, doing whatever she wants to do, even though it ain't in the reality TV spotlight. Did you hear that? She don't want to be on reality TV, but to me, in my opinion, she still has a past. She still has a story to tell. Let's take a listen at a little bit more she has to say.
I'm getting ready for a wedding, so this is going to be really fast, but many of you know, I've been on a TV show called Welcome to PLATHVILLE for the past couple of years. I have since asked to be released from my contract, and I've not gotten an answer yet from Discovery, which don't like. But everyone who's on Welcome to PLATHVILLE, and I believe every other TLC show, is vetted before they go on. They ask for access to your social media, and they double check everything. I'm gonna keep talking, I'm just gonna get changed. So they ask for your social media, they double check everything. And I'm gonna show you something that a cast member posted online. This is someone that TLC vetted, checked, had access to socials, everything that you can find online about this cast member, which includes a lot of racism and I think homophobia as well. This is someone that TLC vetted. They checked. They had access to all of this. They still felt comfortable showing him online. I am thoroughly disgusted, and I have to go shoot a wedding now, but when I get back from that, I will absolutely be looking into this further, because not on my watch.
You know, Olivia really is a natural beauty. She's a beautiful girl. She really is. I enjoy her post. And like I said, I fully support her. Go for your dreams, girl. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you smile and do what makes you happy. And speak your truth. Baby girl, speak your truth. Comment below and let her know we are fully here to support her in any way, shape, or form. Let me know what y'all are thinking about this PLATHVILLE tea and this TLC tea. Woo, cha! The tea is hot, I will say that, and I don't know why more people are not sipping the tea. If PLATHVILLE is so successful and so interesting and highly viewed, wonder why this tea isn't highly viewed. Interesting. To me, it seems like somebody's trying to keep it hush-hushed. Hush-hush. Do y'all remember that song by Pistol Annie's? Hush, hush. Okay, I'm done. Don't forget to like and share this video. Share the tea. Also, I hope you subscribe if you're new here and hit that notification bell beside subscribe. Make sure it's set to all so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I love you for watching. I will keep you up to date on Olivia Plath and all the things she says and has going on. So be sure you subscribe for all the updates. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.